I'm Dan Sharpe. I'm the owner of Donkaponka in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn. So we were sitting around one day brainstorming about what are we going to call this salon, and there was an email on the screen of our computer from my mother-in-law to my wife, and it said, "Dear Donkaponka." And I said to my wife, "Donkaponka, what's that?" And she said, "Oh, that's one of the nicknames that my mother had for me when I was a little girl." And I kind of fell in love with it, and I said, "Why don't we call our salon Donkaponka?" And she said, "Really?" And I said, "Absolutely." All of our friends told us we were insane, that it was the stupidest name that they'd ever heard of. But try and forget it. When I was about 10 years old, my mom got her very first job, and she got a job in a hair salon. And she was a receptionist. The man who owned the salon used her like a mannequin. And every week she would come home with a new hairstyle, a new color, a perm, a pixie, a China doll, and I became obsessed with the way that my mom looked. I was working with David Bowie. We were promoting his album years ago, and a German interviewer sat down with him and started out the interview and said, "So tell me, David, you've been doing this so long, you've been working like with people like Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones for such a long time. How does it feel to be so old and still doing what you're doing?" And David kind of thought for a second and answered the question politely. And then the reporter looks at him and says, "So you are married to supermodel Iman, and she's so much younger than you. What's it like to be so old and married to someone so young?" And he answers the question nicely and politely. "Oh, you have a young child at home. She's 4 years old. She's just a young child, and you are so old. What's it like to be so old and to be a father so old?" That is such a tough question. What is the worst style? Because, you know, style is unique. It belongs to everyone. It's completely individual. And to critique someone's style, I always have a really hard time with it. Having said that, not a huge fan of the comb over. Favorite thing about New York City is that for me, it feels like the center of the universe. It feels like the place where everything happens.